Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy Nitzy coming back with another bullseye tutorial here today on the channel. So we're gonna talk a little bit how to get those Kendrick Lamar style vocals. So today we're gonna do a Kendrick Lamar style preset. So let's get into it right now. Let's not waste no time. Let's jump into the grind right now.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish.
Okay, so that's me doing my best impression of Kendrick Lamar today. I just wanted to talk about those style of vocals. Really dope lyrical rapper. That Kendrick Lamar is a legendary rapper, bruh. A legendary rapper. Between the lyricism and the songwriting, he's just goated, bro. So we had to do a video talking about him and also going over like Mixed by Ali a little bit too. How I kind of perceive, like I'm trying to translate back what I hear when Mixed by Ali mixes Kendrick Lamar's type of vocals. You know what I mean? I'm trying to translate it back. So this is what it sounds like with and without the preset.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA.
All right. So the most important thing for me when I think about a Kendrick Lamar vocal is the fact that with a guy like Kendrick, it's all about listening to the lyricism, listening to the way he plays around with words and everything like that, and not only having it be heard clearly in the mix, but also it being felt. So I think about the SSL console that a guy like Mixed by Ali and even Dr. Dre too, when he's mixing Kendrick Lamar, that is also contributing to the sound, the heftiness of his vocal, that saturation. So at the gate, I picked the NLS bus and I put it on spike just to give it a certain tonal color that really fits, that mid-range focus Kendrick Lamar type of vocal.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I get.
So I like a plugin like that NLS bus plugin is modeling when you clip a SSL console. Now it might not sound exactly like it, but for sure it has a certain seasoning, a certain tonal quality that is kind of beefing up his, vocal. Because when you clip anything, like a clipper is like a digital clipper generates distortion, right? So sometimes with a distortion that gives a little bit of a density to a signal pretty much. So that's what we're going for with using that NLS bus. After that, I use the SSLG channel, knowing that a guy like Mixed by Ali, he loves using a little bit of that board EQ on Kendrick Lamar. And whenever I think about an SSLG channel, I think about something that's a little bit more dirty, grungy, that kind of emotionally glues Kendrick Lamar's stuff, because he's kind of rapping about the streets. He knows some people who got that sucker shit inside their DNA. You feel me? Like they been suckers, like, you feel me, before way generations in the hood. So that in itself, aesthetically, the sonic quality of the SSLG matches the aesthetic of the rapper, which is Kendrick Lamar, the SSLG. So we just working on that mid-range a little bit, being very delicate, and I did not roll off that much bottom. I left that towards a little bit later, and using that board compression, that VCA kind of has a hard knee. The higher you go up in the ratio, it has a hard knee. So I feel like that kind of helps sharpen up his vocal a little bit, like a pencil. I'm going in school and I'm rolling that pencil, that pencil sharpener, getting the tip, the pencil, which is like the details of his lyrics to be on point. You feel me?
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch.
And I did push out a little bit of the green knob, just only like by a dB, and I just felt like there was like more of the transients. I'm trying to push up more of the transients of his vocal into the next thing, which is the de-esser. All right, so we already know what the de-esser is doing. It's only doing a couple dBs, but most importantly for me, it was the C4 pop vocal. I adjusted it a lot. I put it on manual release, opto, and I had like a medium knee. And I started to slow down everything a little bit, because I feel like with a lot of Kendrick Lamar's vocal, you got to understand like density areas, and like a lot of like the main meat and potatoes of his vocals in like the higher mid over here. So in comparison, I want that higher mid to poke out. So I don't want like the whole low end and the mid range to be jumping all around, because it's gonna be like if you went to like a daycare and all the kids was just jumping up all around, you wouldn't be able to focus on that one kid. You feel me? Because everybody's just jumping all around and it's too much havoc. So I have a slower release and optical behavior too, or just kind of like slow down everything as well. So just mostly letting the high mid do the jumping jacks.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge.
All right, so after that, we have the REQ over here putting in some work, and now is the time where we finally start rolling off some low end. Like, his voice isn't so boomy and so deep already, to the point where at the gate, I'm like, oh man, before that vocal hits all the compressors and all that stuff like that, I gotta make sure I roll off the low end. Now, I was able to kind of be lazy and, do the low end, like, I was able to procrastinate with the low end and say, yeah, I'll take care of it another time. I take care of it lower time. So, kind of towards the end of the vocal chain, that's when we started rolling off some of the bottom at that point, you feel me? And I mostly did it because we about to go into an 1176, you feel me? And the 1176 is gonna give us some transformer warmth, which will provide the body to his vocal. All right, so flattening out the mid-range, just notching up a little bit, and kind of just doing a shelf at somewhere around 5K. It kind of just brings up a little bit more of the bite, a little bit more of the teeth. I start to see more of the cavities in the vocal. I'm starting to see more of the fangs, the Kendrick Lamar type of vocal.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist.
Okay, all right, so after that, I'm using the CLA 76. I'm mostly using it for like my dirty gain on purpose. I'm kind of making it a little bit of a situation where my fast release is starting to help pump up his fast flow. Down my DNA, like this, you feel me? So if his vocal was like a car, pretty much I just use the CLA 76 like a nitrous in the back to make it go even faster. It's already going fast, but I want it to go even faster, you feel me? So what I'm doing is I'm using that 76 to push the vocal forward, give it a little bit of movement, make it woo, 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 put the key in the engine, you feel me? Put the spoiler in the back and make that bit whip a little quicker, all right?
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish.
There's a certain texture in the high mid of his vocal that like I'm really trying to preserve a lot. And usually when you pull up like a 76, the Wave 76 has like this 10K boost to it, bro. By default, if you pick it, if you pull it up, you'll hear what I'm talking about. Just the nature of those field effect transistor, components. Transistors have a way of getting a little bit of bite. You feel me? Like even in like a Neve 1073, the Neve 1073, I use it, and sometimes I'll just purposely make it louder into that plugin because that transistor has a certain tonal quality. You feel me? A frequency density area in high mid. I'm playing into his strengths because I know the parts of the damn analog, compressor. I understand what it got the transistors, which give them more bite. So that's why I'm using it on purpose, right? Kind of like an additive EQ, but with saturation. And then we have the Mani EQ, which is like a Frankenstein of EQs type shit. So rolling off a little bit more bottom. And we are doing like I know like this is like a Frankenstein EQ, right? Where he just modeled like the top end of the Mag EQ, then like different EQs, his Neve and all that type of stuff, right? And yeah, most importantly, was using the airband right here though, bro. Using the airband at 10K, pushing it a little bit. Then I put a lid on that little bit, you feel me? This is like the jar opened up, boom, and I put a lid on it with the low pass filter and just kind of like focus that high end.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside a jellyfish, I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA.
Okay, and after that, at this point, then we went ahead and put in the silk vocal. I want that high mid to crumple up a little bit. As you can obviously hear if you listen to his real song, there's a certain texture behind the words that he's saying. DNA, like even when you think about DNA, like chromosomes and shit, it's like it's not a straight thing. It's like a curled thing with lines in between it. So that's what I'm kind of going for. My emotional imagery of what I think DNA is and all that stuff like that. Right. So I'm using this preset, which is rap lead vocal, which I like a lot, and I put it on female. And between this and this kind of like an RVox, right? So I usually put the RVox at the end, but the silk vocal already has the RVox built into it. So just using this to, honestly just create a texture, to be honest, no cap, because it starts to poke some little micro holes into the vocal that make it feel a little bit more jagged. And in between pushing that green band right here and this, it really makes that main attribute of his vocal stand out, you feel me, which is the high mid.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside.
All right, so after that we have the H delay, like on a really quick eighth note. It just kind of makes the whole song sound a little bit more chaotic, and we just blended it really low.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Back.
And then after that, we have like a distorted reverb, pushing that NLS bus into Abbey Road's plate. You feel me? And then pushing a little bit of pre-delay too, because I don't want that reverb to be on top of Kendrick Lamar's type of vocal. I want, for the most part, for it to be like a tail, like wagging, right? So when you put that pre-delay, the front face of the vocal is dry, it's bare, but then there's a bucket of water like trailing behind it type shit, and then we doing like this type of weird EQ, like this is more like a high shelf than versus like a filter, you know what I mean? Like this is like a filter, so everything would completely be cut off, but when I do it like this, it's more like I'm toning it down, the high end.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I picked that move, When you want to completely eliminate something, use the filter, but when you just want to tone it down a little bit, then you'll go over a shelf, right? Then we're using a doubler stomp. I know a guy like Mixed by Ali would use like an Eventide H3000, and for me, doubler stomp, outside of the real Eventide plugin, is probably the closest thing, because it sounds like it's actually like modeling a little bit of the impedance of a guitar pedal, like when you plug a guitar into a pedal, there's a electrical change and all that shit like that, right? So even that has a tone aside from the actual pedal.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside.
Yeah, so really dope right there. And then after that, I used the SSLG channel again, but this time I used it as a parallel compressor. And of course, like that VCA compressor in that SSLG, it pushes up that high mid, give it more and more and more presence to great Kendrick lyrics.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone.
So that's why I'm always strategic about what parallel compressors I pick and stuff like that, because if you already know like a 76 on all buttons in mode, boost up the nuances, and a SSLG on parallel gives like more high mid. Oh damn, if I use this, if I use this 11, if I use the LA2A on parallel, it's gonna make my vocals a little bit brighter because it's got the tubes. Understanding that little shit, it makes a difference. Now you're not struggling to figure out how to get that sound, because you letting the components and your knowledge of what the fuck is going on under the hood let you fix the car. So after that, we have this doubled ad lib.
All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist. Born outside the jellyfish I gauge. All that sucker shit inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch. Heritage inside your DNA.
So I feel like the most important thing here is this little flutter echo, which is really dope. It's like like a little slap type of echo, like chorusy effect, and that's on top of my doubler stomp. I kind of like to do this thing right now lately where I'm just rolling off all the high end, and I just let the silk vocal all you can eat buffet that bit. You feel me? Then we using the RVox for the low mid presence too, because we cut off so much bottom, but we still want the ad libs to be full, right? This EQ is making it sit back when you roll off low end. You're making it sit back, and then the RVox is giving that body, that booty that we had lost. You feel me? That booty coming back type shit. And then using the meta flanger, that's kind of what he had on his vocal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end of the vocal tutorial today. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check the description down below to get the presets, suggest more artists. All right, I just want to say thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys, my YouTube gang. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.